tank. He's good at setting traps. Has crazy power that he believes in. He has a great chin too because he's a guy. He'll let you get out punches and he'll still be coming at you.
It's going to be great. It's going to be a great fight. You're dealing with two all-time greats. Crawford's one of the best switch hitters, I think, since Marvin Hagler, and one of the most skillful boxers alive. And then you have Canelo, who probably isn't the same guy as he was just like a few years ago.
Right.
About size of Crawford, is it okay for him to move up for 2 weight classes, yeah? Or not? But then I saw him in Dubai maybe a month ago. I saw him. He's big.
Errol Spence Jr. can't believe what he's seeing. The man who stood toe-to-toe with Terence "Bud" Crawford in one of the biggest welterweight unifications of this era is now watching from the sidelines, and he's stunned. Why? Because the Terence Crawford we're seeing now is not the same man who dismantled him last year. This version of Crawford is colder, bigger, meaner, sharper, a different animal altogether. And with every new clip of training footage that leaks, boxing fans are beginning to realize something terrifying. Terence Crawford has entered a new phase of evolution. He's preparing for Canelo Álvarez like a predator stalking prey. No distractions, no mercy, just war. Errol Spence recently reacted to the new footage, and he didn't hold back. "He looks like a monster," Spence said, clearly shaken. "He's not training like he's moving up in weight. He's training like he wants to destroy someone. And let's not forget, this is coming from a man who took punches from Crawford firsthand. If anyone knows the danger Bud brings, it's Spence. But even he seems blindsided by the level of intensity Crawford's bringing to this Canelo fight. It's not just high-level training anymore. It's borderline obsessive. It's the kind of preparation that hints at something more than just a big payday or another belt." Crawford is chasing immortality. Inside the gym, the atmosphere has completely changed. There's no music, no laughter, no media, just focused silence, the sound of gloves slamming into pads, and Crawford's deep, rhythmic breathing. He's not sparring with regular welterweights anymore. He's calling in light heavyweights, cruiserweights, men who tower over him, to simulate Canelo's strength. And yet, Crawford's dominating them. Sources close to the camp say he's dropping sparring partners. Some don't return after the first round. Others leave with bruised ribs, swollen eyes, and shattered egos. It's not just physical domination. It's psychological warfare. Boxing analysts are now calling him the Omaha Monster.
Everybody that believes in hardcore boxing fans, they know Crawford can beat Canelo just like they knew Bud was going to be Spence. This is real simple. It's real simple. You just got to know boxing in order for you to be able to say that. Hey, Terry's going to get in there and do what he needs to do.
It's a fitting name. From sunrise cardio sessions in the Nevada desert to midnight pool resistance workouts, Crawford is on a different frequency. And he's not doing it alone. Legendary names like Andre Ward and Roy Jones Jr. have stepped in to guide him. Ward is helping fine-tune Crawford's mental edge, reminding him that greatness comes through sacrifice. Crawford isn't training for a fight, Ward said. He's training for a moment that will define his legacy forever.
But, it's very, it's out there that Terence Crawford is not just somebody I support, it's a brother to me. Mm-hmm. And I'm excited to see him carry an event like this, of this magnitude, and to be going up in weight, to challenge himself.
Roy Jones Jr., known for his explosive style and genius in the ring, had this to say: "Canelo is strong, no doubt. But Bud is scary right now. He's mixing science with savagery. That's dangerous. When legends speak like that, you listen. And when Errol Spence Jr. himself is calling this version of Crawford a monster, you begin to understand the seriousness of what's coming.
He still fluctuates between 68 and 75. I feel like he probably weighs 190 when he's walking around, so he would probably...
Meanwhile, Canelo Álvarez remains quiet. That's his usual style. Calm, composed, confident. But this time, the silence feels different. Canelo's team isn't releasing much training footage. They're not engaging in verbal warfare. Perhaps they're focused. Or perhaps, for the first time in a long time, they're unsure. Because Crawford is the type of fighter who doesn't just beat you physically, he unravels you. With his switch hitting, his timing, his patience, and his killer instinct, Bud can make even the most seasoned champions look amateur. Just ask Spence. And here's where it gets scary. Crawford is growing into the weight beautifully. Unlike others who bulk up and lose speed, Bud is adding mass without sacrificing his sharpness. His hand speed is still electric. His footwork is even slicker. He's maintaining that defensive sharpness while adding the strength to trade in the pocket if needed. That's the nightmare scenario for Canelo, a smaller man who refuses to be bullied and still has the legs to outbox you. Fight fans are comparing this to Floyd Mayweather versus Canelo, but there's a major difference. Floyd didn't fight Canelo at his physical prime. Crawford is stepping in at a time when Canelo has been destroying super middleweights. This is dangerous territory, but Crawford doesn't seem to care. In fact, he thrives on danger. He's chasing something that only a few fighters in history ever achieve. Two-time undisputed champion in 2 separate weight classes. No one has done that, not even Floyd. And if Crawford beats Canelo, we're not just talking about victory. We're talking about greatness. Undeniable, unquestioned, legacy-cementing greatness. That's what's on the line. And that's why Bud has turned into a monster. Errol Spence Jr. may have suffered at the hands of Crawford, but now he's become an unlikely narrator in the story of Bud's rise. If he fights Canelo the way he fought me, but bigger, stronger, and more focused, it's going to be a problem, Spence admitted. That's real. That's honest. And that's exactly what fans need to hear. As the days count down to fight night, all eyes are on Terence Crawford. Not because he's the favorite, but because he's the storm. A storm that's coming for boxing's biggest name. And if you ask those who've seen the training, who've felt the punches, who've heard the silence in the gym, they'll all tell you the same thing. Bud is ready. Not just to fight, but to conquer.